President Tinubu led the reopening of Abuja Light Rail on May 24, 2024. These and all the details that are attached to the reopening of this railway in Abuja is all we'll be discussing on this week's episode of Abuja Weekly. Welcome if you're a first timer, and for our old timers, welcome back. The Abuja Light Rail was constructed by China Engineering Construction Corporation at a cost of $823 million. And as at the day of the reopening, the network consists of 45.25 kilometers on 2 lines. And when it eventually gets completed, there will be 6 lines at 292 kilometers of lines. The original purpose for constructing this railway is to ease means of transportation for commuters in Abuja, because not so many people that work in Abuja can afford to live in Abuja. The railway has stations at Metro Station, Kubuaba 1 and 2, Wupa, Idu, Masanjiwa, and the airport. So, the day of the ceremony of the reopening happens to be 1 year anniversary of the inauguration of President Tinubu. And to think the FCT minister, Wike, with other ministers, have spent less than a year, about 7 or 8 months since they were sworn in, and they've been a tremendous achievement in Abuja. Talk of construction of roads majorly. So this channel is actually called Abuja Weekly because the original intention was to speak on Abuja related topics weekly, but it doesn't happen quite often. I speak on topical issues that affect not only Abuja residents but people in Nigeria at large. But we'll be hammering on this quite a bit on this episode. So the minister has done quite a lot for the city in cooperating with the previous ministers, and not to mistake this channel for promoting a political sect or pushing a political propaganda. I am actually here to speak on facts that are everywhere actually. So this particular minister, in his 7 to 8 months of being sworn in, he has achieved quite a lot. This is quite obvious for people that live and stay in Abuja, considering the number of abandoned projects, I'm talking of roads right now, that are actually being completed and have been inaugurated for a couple of days now. So this has brought questions to me as to whether the previous FCT ministers have been so docile or what exactly has been going on. So I did a bit of research and I saw what Vanguard newspaper said as regards the immediate past FCT minister. And as you can see on the screen, what Vanguard has to say about Muhammad Musa Bello, who happened to be the FCT minister during the administration of Buhari. The article was published on June 8, 2023. And if you scroll down, you see where they broke it down to things that he failed at: failed security initiative. You scroll down, then you see again no transportation policy. So they spoke about how they banned Okada riders then and how public transport was quite inaccessible to people in Abuja. Then light rail. So this light rail has been in the plan since 2015, but it wasn't brought into fruition until now, and they actually put some blame on COVID-19 there. So there were quite a number of destitute and beggars everywhere in FCT. Also, horrific evictions, can see that there as well. All of this is just to say, during those 8 years of him being the minister of FCT, we cannot particularly point fingers at what his landmark achievements are, except for the fact that this light rail that I started but couldn't finish. And what else? I do not think there's anybody that can point at major achievement during this period. In 2019, FCT got 243.4 billion naira as their yearly allocation. In 2020, they got almost 200 billion naira as well from the yearly budget. 2021, Abuja got 329 billion naira again. Then in 2022, this is actually very ridiculous because not until October was when the budget was passed, and the amount was actually very ridiculous. It was over 600 billion naira was allocated to the FCT, all for nothing, right? So this year, in case you do not know, a sum of 1.28 trillion naira is what is allocated to the FCT from Nigeria's yearly budget. And of course, we're already seeing things that are happening by the current minister. So it got me worried as to what exactly these anti-graft agencies do. I mean, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the FCC, do they probe past ministers? Do they probe all of these past governors as to, okay, this is how much that was allocated to you and this is how much that you showed workings for? So the remaining sum, I mean, where exactly can you trace them to? The launching of the railway has been some kind of bittersweet experience for me personally. Sweet in the sense that, I mean, we are finally experiencing some proper civilization in the FCT, I mean the capital of Nigeria, right? And then the bitter experience is these past ministers that we've had before now in FCT, what exactly have they been using the funds that have been allocated to them? What exactly have they been using it for? And then the FCC, are they just sitting down, being docile, doing nothing, not going after these past ministers and governors, not probing them as to what they've been using these funds for? I mean, it doesn't add up. They give this amount to do X, Y, and Z, and you didn't even do X, not to talk of Y and Z. I mean, you claim these funds yearly, and you have no work to show for this money you are receiving. Yeah, just got me thinking, really. Just got me thinking. And yeah, myself and people living in Abuja, we look forward to many more landmark achievements by the minister, and we hope it gets better going forward. So this is where we draw the curtains on this week's episode of Abuja Weekly. I appreciate you if you made it this far in the video. You've armed yourself with adequate and up-to-date information. I really appreciate you. You're the real MVP. I really do look forward to catching you on the next episode. Peace out.